So the guy's fast, right? Really fast. Which is a very, very cool superpower to have, but somehow I think that the Flash's powers might mean to... That was cool. Somehow, I think that the Flash's powers might be negated at Comic-Con because absolutely nothing moves fast at Comic-Con with 150,000 people in your way. Please welcome Variety's Laura Prudhomme.
Who's feeling the need for speed tonight? I am Variety's Laura Prudhomme, that is true. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Flash portion of this very super Saturday night. And we've got a lot to talk about, clearly. So without further ado, I'm going to bring out the cast and executive producers of this amazing show. To start with, executive producer Andrew Kreisberg. Executive producer Greg Berlanti. Star John Wesley Shipp. Star Candice Patton, Jesse L. Martin, Grant Gustin, Tom Cavanagh, Danielle Panabaker, Carlos Valdes, and DC Chief Creative Officer Geoff Jones. Welcome, guys. Did we all like what we just saw? So, Andrew, Greg, Geoff, whoever wants to take it, what the hell did we just see? Explain to us what is coming up in season 2. What can we look forward to?
Well, our big bad this season is going to be Zoom, which we're very excited about. He's going to be faster than the Reverse Flash, faster than the Flash, and it's going to be very hard to catch him. We're also introducing Garrick to the show this year. We're very excited. We have Teddy Sears from Masters of Sex playing him.
Cool.
And we're also adding Patty Spivot to the show, who's another big comic book character, who's going to be played by Chantal Van Statten from The Messengers.
Wonderful.
Woo! Oh, right, and this year we're also going to be adding Wally West. Which,
My work here is done. Well, we left season 1 off with you guys opening a wormhole over Central City. So then you left us hanging for months. So the only logical place to start this panel is to ask, where on Infinite Earths are we going to start season 2?
She's very good.
Anyone?
You can do it.
We pick up a few months later, and I don't want to give too much away because I want everybody to enjoy the episode when you get a chance to see it. But we deal with very much sort of the fallout of the cataclysm that happened at the end of the year. You know, as we used the particle accelerator and the explosion last year to introduce metahumans to the DC universe on television, this year we'll be introducing characters from Earth 2. And that's obviously the origin of Jay, and we'll be dealing with Earth 2 on the show and get a chance to tell those kinds of stories.
Very nice. Grant, let's start with you.
Okay.
Woo! How would you say the events of the finale have changed Barry going into season 2? Where do we find him when we pick up?
We find Barry dealing with some extra attention, I guess specifically on the Flash, and just kind of being treated as the hero for Central City. And he's having a hard time accepting that role. It's weighing kind of heavily on him just because he knows and the audience knows that Eddie was ultimately the hero that stopped Wells in the finale and ultimately saved everybody. So I think we're finding him kind of struggling with his role as a hero, I guess, and he's kind of a lone wolf at this point, working on his own and doesn't want anyone else to get hurt.
Interesting. Call us.
Mm-hmm.
In the finale, Cisco may have discovered something pretty important about himself that he didn't know before, courtesy of Wells. Something that fans might be excited about, perhaps.
Maybe. It's a lot of tiptoeing.
How will that inform his journey in season 2? What can you preview about where we find Cisco?
Well, I think as viewers saw in the latter half of season 1, Cisco starts seeing these visions, having these dreams. He starts undergoing these sort of biological changes that take place in his brain, basically, in his mind. And those kind of augment themselves over time. And yeah, I think the beginning of season 2 deals a lot with how Cisco deals with that change and also deals with what Eobard Thawne told him at the end of season 1 and the repercussions of, was he telling the truth? What is he talking about? But foremost, changes in his body for sure, not puberty. Though he does look 12.
Jesse, all the way down there. Jesse.
Jess?
Jack? No. Jesse L.
Oh,
Martin.
Jesse L. Martin is actually not here. He's recovering from a.
I can pretend I'm Jesse.
He's sick in this Comic-Con.
Well, producers, can we talk a little bit about why Jay Garrick? Why did you feel like this was the right time to introduce him?
Jay Garrick is obviously, integral to the Flash mythology. He was the original Flash, and he's never really been portrayed, to our knowledge, in live action. And now that we've established, our Flash, we thought it was interesting to bring on, the original Flash, and create a brand new relationship for Barry to have. And we're super excited about it.
It's actually pretty weird, the episode number Flash 123, where his helmet was introduced, is actually the number of the Flash comic where Barry Allen met Jay Garrick, which Andrew and I thought was very strange, but cool.
Destiny.
And very geeky.
Candice. Now Iris finally knows Barry's secret.
Yes, thank God.
Finally.
Yes.
So how does that kind of alter her interest in documenting the Flash's adventures in season 2? What are we going to see kind of from a journalistic standpoint next season?
Yeah, I think immediately we're going to see Iris kind of have a new sense of agency. And, we've begun shooting season 1, and already I find myself often in Star Labs. So I think it's very safe to say that Iris is going to be a part of the Flash team in some aspect, which I think is really cool. She's very smart and very intelligent, and she has her own way of adding to the team. I always say that, Cisco and Caitlin are the science and the tech behind what's happening at Star Labs and with Flash. And Iris is more of heart and earth. She can navigate Central City and talk to people in the streets and really get stories out of people that maybe, other people can't get. So it's going to be interesting to see how she uses her knowledge on the streets to help Team Flash.
Amazing. Well, John.
Yes.
Henry advised Barry against changing time. He's obviously, there's heroism obviously runs in the family. But what is he going to be doing in season 2? Is anyone going to be kind of taking on his case? Is he going to catch a break at this point? What can you preview?
Well, certainly a large part of Barry's life and season 1 was trying to spring Henry from prison. Was unsuccessful in doing it in season 1, and I certainly will be addressed in season 2 in one way or another. I mean, eventually Henry will get out. We don't know how or what, and one way or another, more will be revealed about that.
Wonderful. We're going to start taking audience questions in just a minute. If you want to start lining up for that, we want to get a couple of yours in. Tom.
Laura. That's my family there. Thanks, guys, for coming all the way. It's great to see you. Really happy you're here. Got a large family.
We're all family here. Well, last season, you obviously knew Thawne's grand master scheme from the start. unlike the rest of us. So in season 2, what can you say about getting to know the real Harrison Wells?
Well, last season was absolutely tremendous. It was, eating steak, not a tater tot. It was just, that's my food analogy. Thank you. That's only my family laughed at that one. They're like, he likes to eat food. Meanwhile, back at the question, it was really enjoyable to do that. I think the writers did a tremendous job fashioning a character that got to play good and bad, play 2 levels, and I think we're very much interested in continuing that kind of duality as we go forth in season 2.
Thanks. Danielle?
Thank you. I love you guys too.
Caitlin is a newly married woman, but arguably an even bigger development that we saw in the finale was a little sneak peek of something.
It was a little frosty.
A little chilly there.
Yeah, you did.
So where do we find her when we kick off season 2? And more importantly, how did it feel to put on that killer costume?
Oh, I'm so excited for season 2. I mean, I'm beyond excited to hopefully get to actually be Killer Frost one day as I look to my bosses with a wink. We worked really hard on that look, the costume, the wig, the makeup, the contacts, the whole thing. So I'm excited to see her more often, hopefully.
All right, let's kick it to some audience questions. Who's out there? Where are you? Where are we looking? Over here with the spotlight. Please go.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, thank you all for the amazing show you're making. It's great. A lot of love for it. I actually come from Russia. A lot of love for you guys.
Wow.
My question is about the rogues. I know Mr. Jones loves them. So are you guys going to use any more rogues in season 2? And who would you like to see in season 2 as the villain for the Flash? Thank you.
We'll be definitely having, adding to the rogues gallery. We've got a lot of returning favorites. Grodd's going to be back. We also have a big Captain Cold Golden Glider episode early on, where we'll be getting to find out a little bit more about the Snart family dynamic. We've got a couple of villains we don't want to share, yet. But we're really excited about Zoom. I think that I think how that presents and the challenges it brings to our characters is going to be he's going to be terrifying and scary and fast, and it's going to be really cool.
Awesome. Next question.
Happy Flash Appreciation Day. I have a question about episode 9 with the man in the yellow suit. Okay, they explain how he can do a mirage of some sort. Well, how did he beat himself up?
Yeah, guys.
He's that good.
Tom?
Sorry, was the last part of it, how does he beam himself up?
Beat himself up.
Good, because beam himself up didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, you got the wrong panel, bro. It's a speed mirage. In other words, it moves so fast it leaves a residue of itself standing behind while he is actually in another place. That's the science behind it. I could get really specific, but we'd be here for about a good hour. I hope
That's
that
fine,
helps.
right?
Oh, you're like, yeah, you want to hear it? Okay, so
No. Tom, no.
I think this might be our last question because we have
Dang,
some-
are you kidding?
No, I'm sorry.
Just
I know.
got here.
I know. Maybe we can get 2 if they're
Our
fast.
last
Come on.
question.
Yes, 2.
You
The
said this is our
Flash,
last
let's-
question, and this guy started cheering.
Get out of here.
Last question, yeah.
Isn't he in your
He
family?
was with me.
All right.
All right, hi, my name is Cameron Tuck. This is for Carlos. Will Vibe become, will he become Vibe next season?
Andrew?
Candice?
Grant?
Sure.
And there's your answer.
Actually, if you want to know more about what Carlos does and how it interacts with Earth 2, Andrew and I wrote Vibe for a while, and his powers and how it relates to the multiverse it's all in the comic.
Yeah, the comic is dope. Sterling Gates, Geoff Johns, Andrew Kreisberg. Anyway.
Are you working on your breakdancing?
And that's it. They're wrapping us. I'm so sorry. Give it up for the Flash panel, guys.